Are you there? All right, here we go. I got off to a late start, guys. Um, I'm hot. I'm so hot today. Like the weather is stupid nuts, and you don't know how to dress from one day to the next. But so I've been sweating real bad, and that's not why I'm late. I actually have to do something for my mom, and it doesn't matter when she asks, I'm going to do it. So she knew I had to go live though, so she didn't keep me long. But so how's everybody? There's not a lot of everybody yet, but it's cool. We'll let some people get on and I can get my stuff together and we'll chat. And I got some equipment, kind of. I got an extra screen at least tonight so I can see, like, when I want to share something that I can. So I think I will go over and pull that up. So I want to copy the link. So I'll figure that out and see if I can if anybody wants to come up, they can. And I was thinking about that. Hit that like button. And we can talk about stuff. I got my cards. Hey Tara, did you see the Unity card? I pulled it out after you left yesterday. I love it. I love it. It was out on my soul deck. I was thinking about I'm gonna copy that. And it might become my new background, I'll tell you that. Hey Beth. So I'll go ahead and I told you guys about the planets last night, kind of what they were linked to and stuff. So we got that. Um, there is a cool one I want to show you guys. This stone I got from Granny's. You can see it real good. Isn't that cool pyramid? It's got like all the chakra colors. So you got the root chakra, and then your second root is in the back of your spine. It's like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So when you get the horny feeling, next time shove it to the back of your spine, clear out the energy, kind of like think about that. Think about it spinning red, and you'll have a spiritual experience. It'll shoot fluid up your spine into the back of your brain, your head, and mine goes off like a motor. The first time that ever happened, I thought, I'm going to tell everybody about it. And mom's like, Krista, no. They kill people for stuff like that. Like she was laughing. I said, Mom. So I researched it because I research everything. And which I don't like everything that David Wilcock talks about. But you have to have discernment. Like if you feel this positive energy in your heart when you're reading something and you're in the heart brain coherence with God, you'll get that feeling that tells you what you're reading is right or wrong. Okay. And that's how I go by stuff. I ask my creator, my source. So the rest of this stone, it goes with all your chakras, and you got the orange is the next one. It's by your navel, like right there. And then the next one is right here. under your, like it'd be under my boobs. And that one is yellow. That's where all your creativity is. So when you get ideas, have you ever noticed that like energy spins right there? You got a good idea going on, go with it. And then you got your heart chakra, which I use love to bring that up. Well, the cool thing about my near death or my shared death experiences, Scott Taylor talks about it in his book. He says that, well, you get a good frequency with that experience. It was love. Oh, see, I feel the love when I talk about it. And then share the love with you guys. I hope you can feel energy from it because, man, it feels good. So I got this love, and it was the same love I got when I talked to Source, right? God, the first time that I did it. And he said that energy is imprinted when you retell the story. And he also said that when you share your experience, other people can feel the truth, or it helps open up or plant seeds or whatever. So I thought that was really, really cool. And you can use the experience to go back. Once you open it up, you can use the experience to go back. So when I'm feeling like, man, I need to open my heart and I can't feel any love right now because every day is dragging me down, I'll go back to that experience and oh my God, it feels so good. So that is your creativity. Then you got your green as your heart. This is blue. So if you don't speak your truth, like ever have an argument and then you're like, oh my God, I wish I would have said this, and you feel a swell on your heart or throat, you didn't speak your truth. So that's why I started doing this like 5-minute thing where I'm just chill before I blow it up and screw it up, you know. I don't want to screw it up. So, would anybody like to come up? Oh, then you got your pineal gland. Let me finish that. I'm high, guys. I got high before I come on. I bet you can tell. I didn't mean to. That was what I was helping my mom with. So, anyways, we got hey, she's got cancer, so she can do it. More power to her. This is fuchsia, or I mean indigo. And then your crown is fuchsia. And when you open that up, send that fluid up your spine, and that tingles right there, and it shoots up, your crown will tingle, and you'll have a spiritual experience with God. It works, man, and it helps you feel good. I love it. And I'm telling you, I'm raising 5 kids and 1 part-time with my aunt. So that would be 6 total. Homeschool because I hate public school, especially since they started teaching critical race theory. No, I'm not racist. I don't want to get into it. But I don't think we should be changing young children's. They're with that teacher all day, man. I don't know. And mom's sick, and I don't want them to bring stuff back to her. So that's the best reason. We'll stick with that. And, you know, between homeschool and mom and dad and my aunt, all the animals. And I'm going to start breeding Cocker Spaniels. My dog's registered, and mom's is, she's got to do the DNA on it because it didn't come with papers. But he's full-blooded, and she's going to do hers, and then we're going to breed, and I'm going to start selling them. And I can't wait because I love animals, and I want to start boarding animals. So we're going to we used to have a barn out here, and it burnt down, so we're going to put a building on it, and we're going to start boarding animals. And I think it'll be so nice because people need it. Like, and I'll take care of them. I'll even set it up like so I can sleep down there with those animals, you know. Let me take a drink and see what we want to do. I figured you would love the Unity. It's awesome. And I pulled it out like right after you left. I'm going to get this lid. I wasn't really too prepared, as you can tell, because I kind of got off track and I'm helping with the animals. I would love for you to come up, Ironton Auditor. That would be nice. We can work that out. I would love to have. We communicate good, and we can talk about some stuff. I think it would be awesome. Let's see. I think I got on my other screen it's going fast, and on this screen it's slow. Oh well. So I got cards, and I can start out by reading myself. And if no one wants to come up, you can ask questions in the chat, and I'll read your cards if you'd like. You can do the soul cards, or you can do the regular tarot. And I also have a tarot. What is it called? Oh, it's the Tarot Bible. I know, weird name. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, well, I can be myself. People burp. That was an accident. Sorry. I know it went right into the mic. We could do that and see how it goes. I'm pretty good at picking up stuff, so that light was in my eyes. That's a lot better. All right, let me get the cards, guys. I got to lift this table. I'm going to disappear for just a second. Oh, I got another fact a lot of you might not know. Everybody has a moon sign. So whatever the sign, like the moon goes into different astrological signs every 3.5 days, 3 to 4 days, actually. Every once in a while, it will go void of course at the end of each sign that it's in, right? So that's the 4th day, 3 days and 4 days. That's how it goes. Then it'll go into the next sign. And then it goes void of course again. That's actually kind of like retrograde, meaning it's changing course or whatever. And it's not a good time to get readings. I always look at the moon and see what phase it's in and what's going on. And I don't know, my animals are going nuts. They always act up around full moon and stuff. So the dogs have been crazy. And that makes it like extra nuts around here. I mean, and the days that see my dad, he helps a lot. Like it's me and him. Dad and mom are gonna have crowns in heaven. Telling you, seat right next to God. If that's what it is, they'll have it. So I think, I love him. So he helps a lot, but when he takes my mom to the doctor, dude, I'm here with 2 dogs. The cat's cool. Cat's quiet. And 5 kids. And Christopher, though, he's 17. My baby's 17. He's already doing college courses online through Ohio Virtual Academy. It's a good program. Check it out. And Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. I've been wanting to go check that out. I want to get on Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. I would love to get on there because I fit right into it. In fact, I might make me a tinfoil hat for some of my lives just to drag people in. That's funny. I think I'm going to do that. Yes, I am. That's funny. I already put that Unity card back in. So with the soul cards, you do 3 cards. And the soul cards kind of like tell you what like path your life is in or on. It gets pretty deep. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going to use a tarot Bible tonight on the other cards so I can give you a very good description of the cards. I'll tell you what I think they mean first and then I'll read it. And I can tell you how they pertain to my life unless anybody has any questions. You know what? I will ask, I wonder why too. Ooh, do that. Get one from the highway patrol because I want to know why the mayor's thing was dismissed too, and I want to know what's going on with Paul Jarek. I don't get any answers when I call. I always get that. Well, it's the holidays. You know they were going to let it go through the holidays, and I feel like they're just trying to let it go under the rug. Is what I feel like, and I don't like that. And the thing is, in our town, see, I am in no situation to go out and be like, hey, man, even if I did it without curse words and putting them down, hey, man, there's a problem in this town. I had this happen to me, and this happened to me, and I know of others like Tim and Sarah. And you make it hard to file reports, and stuff needs to change. They would trump up a charge and put me in jail and throw me back through the system. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And I can't risk it. I got all these kids and my mom and dad, and they need me more, you know? And here's the thing I think I'm dreaming about it all the time because I would love to go do that. I would do it in a heartbeat on a special judge. That's what they keep saying to me, too. And the first time they said it was, well, a new court date hasn't been set yet. And that was it. And then the next time I called, I actually asked to talk to that Christine girl. I know her. And she told me about the special judge. And I mean, he deserves it. I'm not answering my phone. Sorry about the phone. They say a lot of things. Yep, they do. But I have been misjudged by them a couple times. And I feel like it's because I would stand up and say, like in Colgrove, when that cop took me down, that got through out. I said, it was in the Speedway in Colgrove. And I said, you have no right to search my vehicle, but I'm going to, I said, you got to get a sheriff here, and then you can. So he got mad about it. Why do I need a sheriff? I said, because you're a local cop. And he better have a warrant when he comes. And they actually brought a guy that I liked, and I let him search, and there was nothing to worry about. But because I stood up for myself, it escalated, and it turned into some crap, and they never could charge me with any drugs because I didn't have any on me then. But that was when I was way younger too, and I was a spitfire. I love that term. That's why I used it on my. I still am a spitfire. I've had a thing in Kentucky, and I stood up for myself. And TJ can tell you guys about that, but he's such a good man. He won't because it's my story. That's what it made me mad about Chili when he started talking about Pam's story. And I said, I got on there quick and said, it's not your story to share. Why are you talking about it? And then other women stood up and said the same thing. And that made me proud because we need to stand up. for each other, especially in this town because, we have few men that would stand up for us. I believe Terry would stand up for us, in the situation and needing to. I really believe it. But, where's the others? So, okay. So you pick three. I'm going to pick three. I'm going to show you what cards I pick. I'm going to see if they pertain to my life. Let's test it out. Ooh, I could be a card tester. I can't wait to make my tinfoil hat. You guys are going to love it. Ooh, I'll make my tinfoil hat tonight. I'm going to take a picture of it and stick it on my page. Oh, that's so funny. I'm creative, see? Ooh, I got a spin for that too. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, that's a good one too. Yeah. Okay, so the first one I got, and it goes like this: past, what you just got over, what's in your present, and what's going to come. So, and it fits, man. It fits my spiritual journey. But I'm telling you, these cards, look how many's there. See? And it's got another deck to it. I'm ordering it for Christmas. So, ooh, I wish I'd have got that one. Ooh, I want to show you guys this. What do you think that means? I will get used to the camera. I'm just going to leave it like that. See the two people? They look like they're facing each other. It's like you're facing your inner self. That's what that card means. And I did that. I definitely did that. I definitely sat back and said, I call it the dark night of the soul and I still go through it. When you sit back and you're like, hey, you know what? I was a turd and I lied to so and so and I made them think that they were crazy and that was wrong. And that makes me a liar. And now I want to change that. So you do it, right? It's about accepting the part that you played in situations, but also forgiving yourself and healing it. And then as you do that, when situations happen in the future, you heal them immediately. Like I heal stuff immediately. I live in the now. Yeah, I want to know if he refused the test too, the mayor. That's a good one. That is a good picture, isn't it? So here's mine. This one was the past, and that's a person, and the butterfly is transformation. Jesus, that fits. Damn, man, that makes me feel so good too. That fits. Huh. Wow. I haven't read these in a long time and I haven't done mine in a while. If a reader tells you they can't do theirs, they're no good. I used to say I couldn't do mine, but I know now that I can. This one is current. And I believe that that's enlightenment because that's what happened when Derek died. I started learning a bunch of new stuff. And that's all that means. Now, it doesn't mean that, like, well, I know nothing. I mean, I might know a lot of stuff, but I don't know nothing. I still got to learn a lot of stuff. And I encourage everyone to always learn stuff. These would be cool art pictures. I showed this last night, and if you can kind of see the face in it, let me turn it that way. Yeah, that's going down the rabbit hole. When I thought about it, I thought, Yeah, I can do a card reading on a panel. I sure can. That would be awesome. And that's why I had said, if anybody, wants to get up and do it. I know you won't, Beth, and that's fine because we are going to do ours different. So, um, but yeah, you have treated me with respect. I always treat everyone with respect. I never want to disrespect someone, and I can agree to disagree. Easy. I had that was the hardest thing to learn too. Oh my God. Like I had to teach myself to learn to disagree. Just, I'd be telling me in my head, like, Krista, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up and listen. And then I started learning stuff and started learning more about how other people feel and, the effect that we all have on other people. Like, that's the thing. Even the energy of, like, so I am responsible for all these people here. I'm not, but I am. And so, energy wise, if I was to go out and do like what I was talking about and end up in cuffs, I would be sitting there thinking about now it's all of them. What are those three? Because dad does kindergarten with Alyssa. It's cute. What are those kids going to do in the morning when they wake up and I'm not here to coach them? I'm like a huge part of their life. Um, I think about my actions towards what would happen to them, you know. So, and I do that with all my friends and people I know, and so, you know, I've told you guys before I had a problem with drugs, and the Baysdales they used to prescribe everything, dude, everything, and well, I got addicted to Percocet. I was 25 and 26 when I started using them, taking them from the doctor. Hi, hi, Christine, and what was I talking about? Oh, when I started using drugs. So I had decided I was about 32. I was like, man, this is shit. All because I had lupus. I still have lupus. It's messed with my soft tissue and stuff. And so every time I'd go into the Baysdales, man, they'd give me another pill or up the milligrams. My mom and dad know. Dad still sees Bill, but he don't do that anymore. I read his report online. Anybody can go online and read it. So I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to talk trash about him. He was a Eucharist minister at our church. So. But yeah, that stuff was bad. And I think about it now when I had my first C-section in my 20s, my early 20s. I took pain pills and I didn't take them all. I just got better. And I had the C-section from bottom to top, the old fashioned emergency one, because they, they ran the epidural through my spinal cord and I couldn't breathe. And it went up on me and everything went numb. And so they had to bag me. And oh my God, my family, they was flipping out. And here I am, like, oh, let my son live. Everybody got pissed at me. But I pulled out. I knew God had me. I knew He did. Whoever He was. I searched for Him my whole life. And I knew when I was 43, 44. So I'm going to read. What's the other one? I don't know what kind of reading I'm going to do myself. Christine, we were talking about I might do that set alive in a week or two just for people to jump up and let me do their cards. I think that would be cool. If anybody thinks that would be cool, let me know. Uh, Terry asked if I could read his if he jumped up on a live one day, and I'd love it. I'd love to read his cards. That would be really cool, I think. I want to do it. I want to do it. These cards are beautiful. They're the Egyptian cards. There are some symbolism. Like I'm gonna go ahead and before I put this, because you cut the deck, before I put this together, I always shuffle and then I cut the deck and then I go from there. Sometimes you can pick which deck when I cut it. See, I cut it like that. But this, I'm telling you, this reminds me of the Masonic symbol, don't it? The Two of Swords is what that is. The Two of Swords is actually a struggle coming. It's something you can't see. And if you look at her, she pretty much tells the story. Got the clouds behind her. There's struggle coming. But I'm glad that's not my card. See? I was starting to think, oh no. And then I forgot it's not my card. um, when are you available? I'll tell you the times I'm available. Then you can pick. How about that? Thank you, Trump for Life. How are you? That's cool. So Christine would be interested in it too. We need to do that. I think I'll wear my tinfoil hat for everyone. I'm gonna do that. I just think that would be so cool. All right, I'm gonna show you the back of these cards. Look at this. Whoops, camera's over here. Duh. And if anything, you get comic relief because I don't know what I'm doing. Looks like I know what I'm doing with cards. I don't know what I'm doing with this whole stuff. YouTube. So it's got the sun in it though, and it reminds me of the sun card in the Wheel of Fortune. That's what it reminds me of. That's my first card. That card is going to go in the position of my house. Man, that is a bad card. So we'll see. I bet it's mostly chaos. It can't be something bad coming my way. It's going to depend on the other cards around it. So, see that girl, she's in bed. All those swords are coming at her. It's the dark of night. It's something. It could be anything startling. Ooh, no, that's health. So I haven't read these cards in a while. This is a new deck too. That's health. That's health. It came up from inside. Okay, that's what I need to do. That's health. That's not going to be good. Oh, what if I find out about? You guys know. I don't want to say it. There's always going to be a new beginning with any death. So, and the way I want to approach the loss that I'm going to have to go through next is with her. It's her journey, right? I'm going to throw some cards out, guys. I don't want to think bad stuff. Okay, so, yep, and see, there's Judgment, the trumpet. We'll see what's next. It could always mean that, like, I got to tell you guys, on Netflix, there's a series about this researcher. he was researching near-death experiences and what happens. He worked in what's it called, hospice. He was a hospice nurse, so he worked with people that were dying flat out. And he talks about in that series how he would talk to people that would communicate with the dead, their loved ones, and it would start like 6 months before they would go. Now, I'm going to tell you, during my beautiful experience, that's one of the things Derek told me was that on the astral we had communicated 6 months before, but he had communicated with other souls too. And one of the things he had said, it was like a feeling. It's not like it was I could hear his words, but it was more of a frequency vibration I was picking up from him. Um, and what helped is when I read other people's stories, like there's like 8,000 people that have had the same thing happen to them that happened to me. These people experienced or talked about the same stuff, the same thing that, they communicate with each other 6 months before. Even researchers in this have talked about that. I thought it was so cool. I was like, thank God. Like, thank God that was just something crazy that popped, snapped or something. I was going through a big experience. So, anyways, are you out, Ironton Auditor? I'll talk to you later. Okay, so that's judgment, and that could be. I know what that is now. I know exactly what that is. So, judgment and the Nine of Swords. So, that's my mom's health. I figured that out. That's me going through because it's crazy. It's up and down. It's an up and down experience. It's something that's an emotional roller coaster. You go through, am I doing enough? Am I not? So that could be it. And so, the Page of Coins, that's always news, and it's good news. And that has something to do with the business, because that goes right above my head. And I told you all about what our plans are, with this place, because we have a lot of acreage and we need to put it to use. There's going to come a time in probably all of our lifetimes that we are going to have to go back to growing our food. I mean, you can already see the shortages. And I know already I have what the small crowd I have is an open-minded crowd, because I am open-minded. And you wouldn't be listening if you weren't. So I know that some of you have seen the signs and the stuff on the news and the reports. It's happening. I read a report today, though, that when it floods, there's supposed to be a tsunami or something. They're saying it's in like 20 years. And that France and Europe will be flooded over in New York, but pretty much we're going to be okay. And I've always felt that. I've had flood dreams my whole life for some stupid reason. And I always survive, but the land is different. Everything gets different. So, we're going to have to do that one day. So I'm going to do that. But I want a community. I want people with me, like my group, my tribe, my friends. I want to grow for each other. I want to help each other. And our little Ironton, Lawrence County, we need to start communicating and doing that and, networking. I'll grow a bunch of tomatoes. You guys need to get some. So the Page of Cups is emotions. And that card, what I'm making is kind of like a cross. You have the centerpiece, a top, a bottom. Then I'm going to go to the side. This one represents also a messenger. Pages are always messengers. Okay, so I got a messenger about money. And then I got the Page of Cups, which is the messenger about emotions. So let's see where this is going to go. Ooh, the magician. Someone's going to hurt my feelings. I already know this because this is tricks and deceit. And I know that because of where it's across from the messenger of emotions. Now, if it was across from the messenger of coins, I would be getting, I would be having to go through hoops or do some things to get money or whatever, right? So there's that. The high priestess, that represents me, and she's in the near future. Look how pretty she is, too. Well, the high priestess is like a card reader or a, knowledge bearer or whatever. These cards are awesome. I love the art on this. Download one of these for my channel. The two of wands, it's two paths. It's which path are you going to choose? A decision is going to have to be made. And I guarantee you it has something to do with finances. Decision has to be made. Which path are you going to take? That's going to be the trick. Well, anything to do with money and me right now is going to be a real damn trick because I have so much on my plate. Yeah, I have to work at home. I have to. And I have enough education to work at home too. I could do. I really don't have much time to do that though because they require so many hours. But I could do recovery services group therapy. I did get licensed for that. But I'm still studying. I love psychology, man. Ooh, the Eight of Swords. That's not really good. Hmm. I'm a client. I want to reshuffle. Eight of Swords. We do love Terry's heart. Terry's so good. Look, Terry, I want to do something for kids, and he's gone now, but I want to do something for kids and I would raise some money for kids. I'd love to raise some money for kids and go shopping and buy them stuff and then give it to them. Do like the Christmas tree, angel tree thing. I think that would be so cool. Have people, you know, do a thing and have people sign up on a YouTube channel and then put that out there. I'm not big enough to do it, but I would love to, man. And I would donate. Hey, if I hit the lottery, I would give most of it away. Probably 80% of it. The Five of Cups. Okay, so the Eight of Swords is not good. It shows lies. The Eight of Swords is lies. Lies, 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 lies. It could also be jail. Like this card shows up for someone being incarcerated or trapped if the judgment card is around it because that usually means law enforcement or whatever's involved, right? That's how it used to for me if I got in trouble. uh, if I'm not in trouble, I don't go anywhere and do anything now. So I'm a good girl. I try to be. I fuck up though a lot. This is a lesson. I needed this reading. So at the beginning of the spread, it was talking about my emotions and how it's a roller coaster and it goes up and down, and because of what I'm going through, right? This card is a reminder that no matter what you lose, you got to look at what you got. You can't turn your back on what you got. No matter what you lose, you always have to look at what you got. And so that's a good reminder. That was good. This has been great, guys. I hope you guys are entertained. Check this out. This is cool. I bought these cards during the ice storm we had. Lawrence County was emergency. And I lost my contract then because we didn't have electricity for 2 weeks. So then I got another contract, and then my mom got sick. And then my aunt died. And it was all at the same time, and my uncle and everybody. And I lost a lot of people, and it mostly wasn't COVID, But really, when mom got sick, that kind of effed things up. But I'm doing it. So, strength is badass. It's got that lion. Any Leos in the house? Woo! I do have a lot of strength, so that's a good card. And then the final card is the Ace of Cups, where everything comes out okay. The ending card. So, meaning I am going to be all right. I feel that. I'm going to be all right. No matter what. Leo! That's cool. That's cool. Put my little book back. Let's see what else is in here. So I told you guys last night that basically, if anybody has ever read about the archons represent the sun, the moon, the Hierophant, the Fool. I was talking about him yesterday. And I just said the Hierophant and I pulled it up. Didn't I say the Fool and the Hierophant? I just said that. Hey, I like it when stuff like that happens. That's called calling the cards. I was sitting there messing with them, going through them, and I said the Fool and the Hierophant. And come up. I did say the sun and moon before that, and I couldn't find those up right there, but I pulled those. Well, here's the sun. That was pretty close. So I was calling it up. Where's the moon? The Wheel of Fortune. All those are major arcanic cards. Arcanic. Archon. So, and the archons were the fallen angels. Fallen angels are the what the hell, Anunnaki. Everybody talks about it in history now. They're starting to bring that stuff up. You know what's funny? They actually found Gilgamesh's tomb in the Euphrates River. When it was down, it was droughted that year. My first husband, guys, he committed suicide now, but he was 101st Airborne. He was in Iraq and he's seen a lot of crazy stuff. But the crazy thing was, when I was thinking about how I was going to tell my kids, I was looking out this window and I was sitting there thinking, and the back door was behind me. And I thought, how the hell am I going to tell my kids about this? And you know what? I heard my son walking in the back door. And you know how you can hear, like, the sound of your family walking. You live with them, And my daughter, she's older than my son, the first two. I have 3 kids. My youngest is 17. And my oldest is 30. And then the middle child's 28. Well, at the time, they were 19 and 21. And I heard Anthony come through. And I thought, here he is. And My husband, Derek, was sitting on the bed. And I said, "Who just walked in?" And he goes, "Nobody walked in." And I said, "Bullshit. Somebody just walked in. I can hear him. I'm not stupid." I felt a tap on my shoulder. I swear to God. And I turned around and I hit the floor. Like I didn't mean to. I just hit the floor. And I think I was having a seizure. That was the second time a psychic flash had come through like that. And I couldn't respond to Derek. He's going, "Krista, Krista, Krista." And I didn't know it. He said he had been doing it for like 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm like this. And all this stuff is coming through. And I could see his house. I could see his truck. I could see his girlfriend. It was nuts. And what had happened was he had gotten his fourth DUI. And in Texas, you get four, you go 20. And the judge told him that. "I'm done with you." And he knew it was going to happen. And he was hurt. He was tired. He had mental problems from Iraq War. They bleeped kids. I mean, I don't want to say it so YouTube kicks me out, but they had to because those kids would walk in the camp strapped. And it's sad. The day we picked him up from the war, he got in the back of the van and curled up and cried like a baby. I knew why. And when they were shipping him home, his Black Hawk was one of the ones that got shot down. So he lost his platoon and he was a sergeant. Yeah. But it was cool that he had shown me all that. And the first thing I thought was, why are you not in hell? This was the beginning of me opening that box. Okay. Why are you not in hell? He's like, "Krista, it's not what you think. It's not what you think." He said he was ready to come back. He couldn't wait to come back, but he couldn't come back because he had too much stuff he had to heal because of what he had went through here, right? And I said, I understand that. And he said, you need to relearn everything that you were taught about God. Go back. He said, "Put your religion down, go back and start at the beginning." And that's all he told me. And I couldn't understand, like, what's he mean, go back? What beginning? A little bit of stuff started happening. A lot of stuff started happening between me and Derek. Like one day I was doing crafts and I was telling him about energy and how we are energy, right? And I said, the light we had in the garage was off. I said, "Watch." And I touched the light bulb and it lit up. Now I knew because I was like hyper. So I knew it was going to do that because I blew switches in the house all the time. And mom told me growing up, "I'm tired of you flipping those switches. You blow them every time." I have to. She changed the one in the kitchen over and over and over. Finally, I picked up what she was saying and I stopped doing it. But so I believe that Mike was my guide, my first guide. Actually, my brother was my first guide. When I read into this, Scott Taylor even talks about it in his book that we have family as guides. If we want to open that up, we can communicate with them. It was actually taught in our old religion, just not in Christianity. They didn't teach it. That's that's why it was. I asked a preacher one time, "I want to look at the sun. I want to study the sun and moon and stars." He goes, "Oh, that's witchcraft," and it wasn't. It's not. And I used to battle with what I do. The like button. So I noticed Chili staying out longer than his 7-day thing. They suspended him longer, I think. I mean, he was getting his stream in the airport. Whoa. He was out of control. He was trying to impress someone because he kept looking around. There was a cute chick around there, if that's what he's into. And he was trying to impress her, or him. And that's what he was doing. And I could tell he was trying to impress you. Everybody could tell. But then he started doxing. And then he said, I ought to slam everybody's head into the concrete. He got a 2 week suspension. How is it because of the copyright crap? Where he was copywriting everybody. Wow. That dude, let me tell you. I don't know. What I was talking about last night, my stream last night got cut because my son kept buffering. We have real good internet, but for the country, I mean, we're out by Leatherwood Baptist Church, like, dude. And I guess I'm doxing myself, but no one can find me still. um, Anywho, it's in the woods, in a holler, and I got good internet, and it started buffering, and he went and restarted it. I said, dude, I told you I was on a live. I said, please, next time, tell me. I said, I was in deep live. I'll just tell everybody I gotta go. Like, I want to be honest about who I am and why I'm up here. I want to open people's mind to the other side of what life is. When I had that experience with Derek, he had opened the doors further than Mike did. Because Mike, obviously, in my mind, wasn't in hell if he was communicating with me. Derek finally got my attention and he was like, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. I was trying to get your attention, And he didn't think I was crazy when I was telling him all about what I saw. And we get to Texas and everything I told him was what it was. Then he was like, whoa, you, you're on to something. So when Derek died, he was like the same thing. He said the same thing. You need to relearn where we come from. If you don't know where we came from, you don't know where we're going. And I've always thought that I would witness something big in my life. And like a life changing event. The world is going to change huge and we're going to be a part of it. So I bought a lot of dry food and stuff just in case. But that's necessary. The lights could go out at any time in the winter, especially out here. And if you know anybody on Buckeye Rural, how many times have people been stuck without electric for a couple weeks? So it's good to have, anyways. Purgatory. We're in purgatory, or was he in purgatory? I know that when Derek was like, the veil is going to be lifting, it's going to be thinning, and you're going to witness a lot more paranormal activity. And I do all the time. In fact, I tried to record it the other night because Daisy was flipping out, seeing something flat out. She was seeing something that was not there. The cat was with me. The kids were in bed. It was middle of the night. So I started investigating. And usually when I record, I'll have to show you guys what I got on tape. Yeah, it's intelligent energy. The way it flows through like a spiral, and it's in my room. Like and I catch it outside too, but orbs shooting back and forth. Like I've caught, oh, I chased an orb. It's on YouTube. It's on this channel. I chased an orb in the sky. It was so cool. And they show up all the time out here. Christopher and I watched a big blue orb, and it was pulsating. And I waited for him to come out because I thought it was, again, all I'd smoked was weed. When I seen that orb, I thought it was laced. And Christopher come out, and he's like, "Mom, what is that?" And I was like, "You can see it too." I was so happy. And he's like, "Yeah, I can see it, and I can feel it, and it feels good." And it did. It felt good. But I pray a lot for, or meditate a lot. I imagine protection around my home. I imagine protection around me. Like, I do that in the mornings so I can make sure I'm protected. I want to try to end at 11:11. So, all right, let's let's sum it up. Tonight or tomorrow, I'm possibly doing my interview. I communicated with Scott today. I can't wait. Get to tell my story. And he's a researcher in the subject. So, he's someone that knows that I'm not crazy. And I am crazy, but not like that. So, Beth and I talked, had a good conversation. We're going to be working on some things coming up. So, that's exciting. And I am going to work out a reading live for people to jump up and do readings. And I'll get together with Terry and we'll figure that out. He's on my Facebook. I can message him. So, but I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I don't get on there as much as I used to, but I can definitely message him and work that out. I think that'll be so cool. And that'll bring me some subs. I just want to build my channel with like minded people and communicate and have a good time. This is my social life, y'all. Not ashamed to admit it because I have a lot of love around me. I do. And oh, that's all that matters. Love. It really is all that matters. So, does anybody have any questions or anything? It's been a good talk, I hope. Somebody said it was interesting. That was Trump for life. All right. Well, I don't know if I can wait till 1:11. I want to get off here. I got to pee. And I want to smoke a bowl. Just going to be honest. Hey, you know what I found out? People love my honesty, and I love honesty. I want people to be honest with me, even brutal truth. If anybody has any ideas or if anybody has any suggestions, I will take them. I might not use them, but I will take them. So, thank you, Trump for life. I appreciate it. Well, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. I love the support. It's great. And I'll get better at this whole, thing. And I can't wait to do readings for some people because those cards actually were right on everything. So I am connected to them. I'm going to go ahead and sleep with them so I can get more acclimated to them. And that way it'll get better. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream and I hope everybody has a wonderful night. And stay safe, everybody. And love your family. Hug them. I'll see you guys later.